Portuguese.
I didn't know that.
Fuck he's saying.
I didn't know that.
They run this
Brazil
shit
has the
down.
biggest black
They run this
population in the
shit
world.
down.
And the reason
You said, shouldn't we hate the Africans who participated in the slave trade? I want you to show me one country in Africa today that benefits right now, from the fact we was enslaved. Give me one.
You're moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the
You
goalpost.
are.
No, I'm not.
You are. You
no,
said,
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Stop.
No, I'm not.
Stop. You said Portuguese people or the Portuguese, and I'm agreeing with you. They were some of the pioneers of this bullshit. I'm agreeing with you. Stop. I'm agreeing.
And they're not done. Can I ask you a question?
Bro,
Can I ask you a question?
you're not
Who
letting me-
colonized Brazil?
You're not letting me
Who
finish.
colonized Brazil?
Portuguese.
Who still controls Brazil?
Portuguese.
I made my fucking point.
True. I'm not.
Today they still running.
That don't matter.
Brazil is the largest population of black people outside of
In the
Africa.
world.
And
Yes.
what are they flipped? Portuguese.
I didn't know that.
Fuck he's saying.
I didn't know that.
They run this
Brazil has
shit
the
down.
biggest black
They run this
population in the
shit
world.
down.
And the reason why is
This
because
ain't
they
past
established.
tense.
Too many black people that don't want to go with me to Brazil when I say that, for that to be true.
No.
There's more
It's
of
the biggest-
us in
yeah.
Brazil than any
Than
country
anywhere.
on earth outside of Nigeria.
He's right. 1,000% right.
Brazil is black.
So let me ask you this. Imani's question
Tell
to
me.
you was, should we hold the same contempt?
And I answered his question. And
No,
my
you
question,
didn't.
Yes,
You
I
didn't.
did.
You
yes,
did.
I did. Well, let me answer it. I gave him a.
Let me ask it. Let me ask it, please.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, you old him.
Hold on. The difference is, no African country benefits today
still
from
to
the slave trade.
Slave trade.
And I would even argue that the benefit that they did have for participating in it was minimal. Because right after slavery ended, what happened next? Colonization. They came into Africa and enslaved you in your own land. But here's what I want you to understand, which I think you know anyway. The transatlantic slave trade, what we call the Ma'afa, was a European enterprise. They built it, they ran it, they benefited from it, they expanded it. It was not an African-controlled enterprise.
1,000%.
There were some Africans involved.
Participated.
Absolutely, but that was minimal compared to the grandiosity of the scheme
biggest
itself.
business in the world.
You understand what I'm saying?
You go to Nigeria, which is, if not the most corrupt nation in Africa, and it is, it could be the most corrupt nation in the world, Minister Farrakhan.
Oh, now, Mr. Wallace.
It is the most corrupt nation that I have ever covered. I've been there 25 years ago, and I've been there as recently as last year.
Fine. So what? 35 years old. That's what that nation is. Now, here's America, 226 years old. You love democracy? But there in Africa, you're trying to force these people into a system of government that you just have accepted. 30 years ago, black folk got the right to vote. You're not in any moral position to tell anybody how corrupt they are. You should be quiet and let those of us who know our people go there and help them get out of that condition. But America should keep her mouth shut wherever there's a corrupt regime, as much hell as America has raised on the earth. No, I will not allow America, or you, Mr. Wallace, to condemn them as the most corrupt nation on earth when you have spilled the blood of human beings. Has Nigeria dropped an atomic bomb and killed people in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Have they killed off millions of Native Americans? How dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet, because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak. I will speak because I don't have that blood on my hand. Yes, there's corruption there. Yes, there's mismanagement of resources. Yes, there is abuse. There's abuse in every nation on earth, including this one. So let's not play holy to moralize on them. Let's help them.
I'm not moralizing. I'm asking a question, and I got an answer.
Why would you put it as the most corrupt regime in the world? That doesn't make sense.
Can you think of one more corrupt?
Yeah, I'm living in one. I'm living in one. Yes, you've done a hell of a thing on this earth, so you should not be the one to talk. You should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation, in my judgment.
I'm not an African American. I'm an American. I was born on American soil, but I did go back to the motherland, and I love it, and made millions going back to the motherland. But I was born in America. When the Europeans came to the Native Americans, well, they like to call them Native Americans, but the Indians' land, we don't call them European Americans. I don't want to be called an African American. I'm an American. And you can call me a Black American, but I'm an American. When I competed in the Olympics, they didn't say fighting an African American. They said that American that's fighting out of the red corner or out the blue corner.
And good for Floyd Mayweather. You know, this used to be a common
sort of viewpoint. Morgan Freeman famously said something very similar and got ripped up for it. The fact has become controversial. It really is an astonishing regression in American life.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that,
No.
you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying
there's more jobs to be
in LA, they always,
but
they don't,
Latinos are not only the only people
I didn't mean
doing
it like that. Come on. No, I would never.
Woo! Yeah. It was always a repository of great intelligence, The View.
Halloween party, I went as a beautiful African woman.
It was always a place for high IQ people to come together to discuss the world's most weighty topics and talk about how Latino people clean your toilets. Good job, The View.